My name's Keegan. I've been in the IT industry since 1986. I've worked at more than 60 different organisations around the country and the world. In that time, I've learned a few things, and one of the most crucial that I've learned is about understanding how to put things together, and the essence of that is a service catalogue, and starting with a single entry. The purpose of this is to show you a simple way of creating a service catalogue. In a minute, I expect that you should be able to create your very first service catalogue entry that can be reused over and over again. And I will show you this in 5 slides. And we'll put this into perspective on how this can be used by you, your department, and your organisation. I have got a few other tricks up my sleeve that I thought I'd show you as well. So I'll introduce you to a number of other tools that I use. And this will show you how you can do your job better and even improve your personal lives. 17 slides that are just truly valuable to you, your work, and your family. These will include project management, RACI, product analysis, work analysis, process flow diagrams, the life cycle of everything. Now that's worthwhile. The work wheel, where does my time go? And on the other side, we have 2016 IT trends. Are you involved with those? 20 powerful words. These are words that you should be using every day in your writings, your communications. A boss versus a leader. What's the difference? And which one are you? What do you look for in a leader? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Yes, my wife is a teacher, so I've had to learn about those as well. The 4 basic human needs. How to keep employees engaged. And your purpose in life. Now down the bottom, you'll see that you've got a link to my LinkedIn and my Facebook. You are welcome to join up to that. Started on this service book stuff, shall we? Okay, I sat down with someone and we're having a bit of a chat. I asked them to come up with something, and what they came up with was setting up a PC. Then we delved into it a bit longer and we realised that it wasn't just setting up a PC, it was setting up a desktop PC. And then further discussions, it worked out that it was setting up a desktop PC for a new user because they require different things to just setting up a PC or setting up a desktop PC. Then it worked out for this organisation that it was setting up a new user desktop PC in their head office in Victoria. So this will become our very first service book entry. We'll just keep it simple. And that'll allow you to create your own in very simple tasks. Started off with 5, but I had a few people and they've thrown in an extra 3 which are optional. So for this one, how a person gets a PC is the service desk receives an email. Establish the specifications, a request goes off to the warehouse, they pack it, they deliver it to site, and they install it. Now, that's 6 tasks. So, if you were to take a minute, do you think you could write down half a dozen tasks that would complete something that you do on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis? Such as setting up a new PC on a desktop. Now, once you've got that list, so just pause this for a bit. Once you've got that list, let's go through the rest of it. Now, for each of those list items, is it possible that you would know all of the resources, the people involved to do each of those tasks? A lot of them might just be you, but they might not be. They might be different people. So write that down as well beside the list. Okay. Now, the lead time. That is the time taken from when something begins to when it's completed. Now, we know that to pack a PC doesn't take half a day here, but it might take, because they've got other work on, overall it takes about half a day. So that's the lead time. So the lead time to get a new PC is 4 days. But now we throw in an extra column. What's the effort, the actual time to do the work? So to pack a PC, 15 minutes. It'd be pretty slow, but still, 15 minutes. To install a PC, 3 hours. To establish the specifications, the emails backwards and forwards, just to figure out exactly what they need, 15 minutes. So we now know that it takes 4 hours and 5 minutes of work and 4 days of time to get a new PC. Now, for each of these items, each of these line items, these tasks, we know the resource and we know the cost of those resources. So a warehouse person may cost less than a service desk technician. We can now put costs in there and we know the amount of effort. So we should be able to put a value on each of these line items. Each of these line items, by the way, a warehouse to pack a box. We might know that as a specific line item, a service book code. So we could write in a specific service book code in there for that one. And that will become a Lego block, a building block for other service book entries that other people can use. Now, I said there were 3 extra columns. This one here, in parallel. Are there any of these tasks that could be done in parallel to reduce the lead time? It's not going to reduce the effort, but it will reduce the lead time. Then, of course, are there dependencies? Do we have dependencies? This needs to be done. For example, establish the specs before you can make a request to the warehouse. That's a dependency. Can we put that in place? And finally, a waiting. Now, this is a time waiting. For example, this is to set up a new user desktop PC. Does it take the same amount of time to do 5 desktop PCs at head office compared to 1? So if we were to request for 5 PCs to be set up, is it still going to take 15 minutes to deliver to site, or it might take 20 minutes? Is it still going to take 3 hours per PC to build, making it 15 hours, or is it only going to take 4.5 hours to build 5 PCs? That's the weighting. So it might be a 1.1 weighting. So what I want you to think about here is this is a starting point. You've taken a blank page, you've created something. Is it right? Could it do with some tweaks? Sure. We can tweak it as we go. Tweak it as we gain experience. But we've actually got something down now. Something we can work with. Something we can refine. Now, we've got something that we can talk about. Well, I've used a few bits of terminology there, haven't I? So I thought best I actually put a table, a glossary in there for you. Something that you can actually look back at after this discussion and understand, oh, what did he mean by that? So we've got the SB code there, we've got the in parallel, the weighting, because the weighting is important, and I'm actually going to use that same term with a different meaning later on, just to confuse you. So this shall help you. Have a look through this, print it off, do what you think is necessary. Here we go, here's the good bit coming. How do we use this service book entry? We could use it for budgeting. We've already got the costs in there. We've got the times in there. That's perfect for budgeting. Times. So now we've got lead time and we've got effort. We could now use that for SLAs. So someone comes up to our desk and says, oh, I need you to do this. And you can say, well, yes, I can do that. Based on our experience, our standard practice, this is going to take us 4 days to achieve. So you're now able to work with your business, work with the people making requests of you, to give them realistic timeframes, realistic resource requirements. And you will actually be in a position where they could hold you accountable for an SLA. Time management, again, all these go hand in hand. If you know that you've got to do 5 PCs and it's going to take you 6 hours of effort and 6 days of work, well, now you can budget that into your schedule for the week and the month. And so can your manager. Project management. If you're doing one thing, then that probably means that you're not doing another thing. Something else that the business could use. Therefore, it has a greater priority. All of this goes into project management, along with the resources, along with the costs, along with the lead times, the effort. You're now making it possible for your manager and yourself to build projects and reuse your experience and these service book entries over and over again. Business understanding and conditioning. If you have a reliable source of information based on your experience all written down, you are able to condition the business to say, hey, look, it's going to take this amount of time. Yeah, we can shorten it, but it's going to require so much more resources. It'll cost you so much more. It takes us this amount of time. We can't cut these lead times down. It takes this amount of effort. So with this reliable data, you can put forward very good business cases. What else could you use it for? Have you got any ideas? Just take a moment and write down any other thoughts that you've got on how you can use this. Could you have other line items in the service book? What about setting up a laptop on this occasion? Setting up a PC, a replacement PC? All of those would be valid line items, because with a replacement PC, you might have to extract data. You might have to destroy the hard disk, whatever it takes. And how could this help you? If you understand what's involved and you understand the times, the costs, the personnel, it will allow you to be more effective. What is a possible service book entry that you could create? How long would it take you to do this? Well, how long did it take us to do this one? I'm thinking maximum of 5 minutes. You could become so proficient at this. You could do a line item in a minute. Doesn't mean that it's perfect, doesn't mean that it's right, but at least you've got something down on that blank bit of paper, something to work with, something to refine. Do you need any extra columns? What's in your business that you might need? Feel free to stick another column in. Going through this with me, I hope that I have provided you with some great tools and ideas on how to achieve your desired results much better, to give you some facilities to do that. We've covered a lot of different personal and professional strategies here, given you an easy service catalogue entries build process, which should put some things into perspective for you, along with their use by you and within the organisation.
You've created your first service book entry. You've analysed your time. You are now in a position to adjust your lifestyle. Outstanding tasks. No, you're not getting away from this scot-free, I'm afraid. I want you to go back and use the current service book entry that you've created today. Actually go and use it. Put it out amongst your peers and use it. Get some practice. Tweak it, change it, make it better. I want you to book in 5 minutes a day to create a new entry, another entry every day. Just keep creating them. Keep putting them out there. Keep refining them. Publish these entries. Give our clients some understanding of what you do and manage your clients' expectations. My details are down there. I've got a LinkedIn account, a Facebook account, and there's an About Me as well. And down the bottom of the page, there should be some links as well to each of these. So hook on over. I'm always adding more stuff and hope to be of benefit to you now and in the future. All the best.